Welcome, class of 2020. It is an honor to be with each one of you today during such a transformative time in history. My name is Violet Song, the Director of DAOM Program and Herbal Study Department, Clinic Supervisor. Graduates, family, and friends, thank you for being with us today as we celebrate your hard work and dedication to Chinese medicine. It is a privilege to introduce you to our President and CEO, Dr. Mary Faria.
Dearest 2020 graduates, this is no doubt the most remarkable graduation in the history of Aoma. You graduates, unlike any others before, and God forbid, unlike any who will come after, have experienced life-changing events in this time leading up to your graduation. One event is the reason we're celebrating virtually, because we are in the midst of a pandemic. We're battling an invisible enemy that's taken thousands of lives across the world and continues to do so. The time leading up to your graduation is also one filled with events that have shaken our country as we're faced with confronting the issue of racism more directly than ever before. This time, your time, has indeed been unprecedented. One none of us will or should forget. In all of this, there is still so much hope for healing. Healing that you will bring through this medicine that you've chosen to practice. The work you will do, or will continue to do, has the potential to dramatically, positively impact both these events that are part of this time of your graduation. The pandemic allows us to demonstrate the rich history of TCM. This amazing medicine you will practice can and will make a difference in the treatment of viral infections by building the immune system through the wonderful herbs used in TCM. It also demonstrates how this medicine can ease the horrible symptoms of contracting a virus like COVID-19. What a wonderful way to transform lives. The other event that occurred as you prepared for your graduation is also dramatically changing our country and causing us to take a hard look at ourselves and what we must do to differently ensure there is a change for our Black brothers and sisters in this country. You again are equipped through your medical training to each make a difference by being open to understanding how to care for the unique needs of all individuals of color that you will no doubt serve in your practice. Again, what a wonderful and special way to transform lives. We may be celebrating virtually, but we are celebrating probably the most resilient of all graduating classes of Aoma. This is an unprecedented time, and you have had to overcome all the emotional roller coasters connected to it to get to this graduation. You are remarkable and destined for great things. Aoma's mission is to transform lives and communities through education, patient care, leadership, and research in Chinese and other integrative medicines. Although we cannot physically be with you, know that we hold you close to our hearts. We offer you no less the good wishes we would if we could give you a celebratory hug. Know you are a very special group of graduates. We are so proud of you and know you will continue to carry out our mission as you educate, as you provide care to your patients, as you serve as the community leaders we know you will be. You will be a great gift to countless lives as you go forth to serve. You are stepping out onto new ground as you begin this path in your lives. Today marks a new beginning for you all. I know you will embrace it fully. I began a tradition in 2018, my first commencement ceremony as part of the administration of Aoma. Now as president of Aoma, and in consideration of your new beginning and the special work you will be doing and are doing, I want to continue the tradition of sharing a blessing from John O'Donohue's book to bless the space between us. I've modified it a bit for you as you begin your journey to work in your chosen field. May the light of your soul bless your work with love and warmth of heart. May you see in what you do and in the care you provide the beauty of your soul. May the sacredness of your work bring light and renewal to those who work with you and to those who see and receive your work and your care. May your work never exhaust you. May it bring well springs of refreshment, inspiration, and excitement. May your work transform lives in countless amazing ways. And may you know that through your work, you are a blessing. I give you my congratulations, and I wish you only blessings and tremendous success. Now I have the honor of introducing your keynote speaker for this 2020 commencement celebration, Dr. John Fennell. John S. Fennell, ND, MPH, LAC, is the Whole Health Program Manager in the Division of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation at the South Texas Veterans Healthcare System, one of 18 whole health flagship sites leading the implementation and dissemination of the VA Whole Health Initiative. Prior to this work, Dr. Fennell served as the Director of Doctoral Program and Research at Aoma Graduate School of Integrative Medicine from 2013 to 2018. Dr. Fennell has an interdisciplinary background as an educator, practitioner, and researcher in the fields of naturopathic and Chinese medicines, epidemiology, and environmental engineering. He's completed NIH pre- and postdoctoral research fellowships and went on to secure Aoma's first NIH award, funded by the National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health. He's continuing his scholarship and research as a student in the PhD program in epidemiology at the University of Texas School of Public Health. John is passionate about the intersection of integrative, complementary, and traditional health practices and public health. He enjoys spending time hiking with his two pups, Molly and Toby, and taking hill country drives in his classic car. John is described by many of us as a lifelong learner, and we're honored that he's here as our keynote today. Thank you.
Hello and welcome, Aoma Graduate School of Integrative Medicine 2020 graduating class. It's an honor to be speaking with you today. As we face two of the greatest moral and public health crises in the last century, we must face the stark truth about the history of racial injustice, social inequality, and healthcare disparities in this country. I feel uncomfortable about the role of integrative medicine in perpetuating these wrongs historically, but more importantly, it's what we do moving forward. I invite and encourage you to join me in this discomfort in hopes of finding a new path. The narrative is told of acupuncture in the U.S. is a bit whitewashed. Nixon and his entourage went to China in 1973, and a member of his press corps received acupuncture for pain relief during an appendectomy, and then acupuncture came to the U.S., and it makes for a great soundbite. But the truth is somewhat different. As early Chinese immigrants came to the U.S. as laborers, many working on the transcontinental railroads, with them, they brought their culture and their medicine. And while acupuncture and other forms of Chinese medicine were not widely popularized, historical records suggest that Palmer, the founder of chiropractic medicine, was heavily influenced by the Tui Na practices of Chinese medicine physicians. And the highly revered snake oil in the Chinese materia medica was widely emulated with knockoffs until snake oil became synonymous with fraudsters and hucksters. And the history of Chinese immigration to the U.S. is also seeded with 2 centuries of legal discrimination based on race, country of origin, and language. And this history saw a resurgence with the pandemic with origins in China. We can see that this legacy remains. So prior to Nixon's visit to China, acupuncture had already become popularized in the U.S. As disseminated by Mutula Shakur and Dr. Tolbert Small, physicians who accompanied an entourage of Black Panthers to China in 1972. And prior to this visit, Dr. Shakur was employed by the Lincoln Detox Community Program and later key in the development of the 5-point NADA protocol. He worked in that program until 1978. And from 78 to 82, Dr. Shakur was a co-founder and co-director of the Black Acupuncture Advisory Association of North America and the Harlem Institute of Acupuncture. In addition to this work, and colleagues were key in the development of low-cost and free models of healthcare made available to the African American population from coast to coast. And despite later political and legal troubles due to his activism, Dr. Shakur contributed greatly to the development of the NADA protocol and community acupuncture models of care, which we so revere in our community today. What these stories have in common is that in the face of oppression, discrimination, and lack of access to organized systems of healthcare, our brothers and sisters around the world are resilient and will find ways to care for one another. And this lesson is particularly important right now as we reach record high unemployment. Millions of laborers have lost their employee-based health care, and not to mention wages, housing, food, and security. It's ironic that in our effort to quell the public health crisis, that the veil has been lifted to reveal the truths of oppression, inequality, racism, and classisms, and that these are not truths of a bygone era. As acupuncture and Chinese medicine are increasingly recognized by healthcare systems, such as the VA and Center for Medicare Services, and throughout the world. And in addition, the World Health Organization recognizes that integrative, traditional, and complementary healthcare is the only strategic and sound way forward to serve the primary care healthcare needs of the world population. We must ask ourselves how we can best honor the history of medical traditions from around the globe in the service of all of humankind. And our reality must become taking integrative medicine from the boutiques to the streets and making sure that all people are able to live a good life without the threat of loss of life or livelihood, and that we have guaranteed health care for all. In answer to the question, how then should we live? All I know is that we can't stop asking the question, and we can't give up the fight for social justice to the core. Congratulations on your achievements, and keep up the good fight.
I'm proud to offer my heartfelt congratulations to the graduating class of 2020. I know this is not the ceremony you envisioned. Right now, we all experience a difficult time this pandemic has brought, that we could not have imagined just a few short months ago. Although your graduation is taking place on this virtual stage, your family and friends are still cheering you on. I'm so honored to join them to celebrate with you. The choice you have made for your life's path is admirable that you are able to help others to improve their health and their lives. As you teachers, we are also proud of our role in your success, but the credit for this significant accomplishment goes to you. It is because of your diligent study, hard work, and sacrifice that we are finally able to make this important step, graduation. For the last several years, I have been amazed to see how you have grown and achieved the wealth of knowledge in the field of traditional Chinese medicine. Your spirit of determination, patience, and eagerness to understand and learn TCM is always rewarding to us as a faculty. Aoma has been continually raising our standard toward attaining the highest education goal for our students. I'm not surprised to hear occasionally that our examinations are too difficult. I'm very proud of your hard work and accomplishment today. I believe there is never a difficult problem that cannot be overcome when we work together as a team at Aoma. Thank you for letting me share this long journey with you to achieve this success. Your accomplishment is admirable, and I'm very proud to call you my colleagues. Finally, I would like to say that TCM is like an art. Each person has his or her own style and specialty. Never stop studying, continue learning and practicing art. I know you will be successful and skilled artist in the TCM field. If at any time you have questions in the practice, please come back to us or contact us. We are your teachers. We are here for you. We would be honored to share in your experience and to help in any way we can. The Tao Te Ching says, the giant pine tree grows from a tiny sprout. The journey of 1,000 miles starts from beneath your feet. May your journey be a happy one. Best wishes to you all, and I wish you success in your practice of TCM. Thank you.
Every year, students are surveyed and select a recipient for the Cal Key Wilson Award. Ange Ying-Chi Lin was the 2019 recipient. Since graduating from Austin, he has moved to Colorado. I would like to introduce Ange Lin, who presents Cal Key Wilson Award to the 2020 recipient.
My dear friend, graduating class, faculty, and community of Aoma, my name is Ange Lin. I'm a graduate of 2019 and currently practicing in Colorado Springs. The Cal Key Wilson Community Leadership Award was started in 2014 and is given to a student from the student body as recognition for their outstanding effort and leadership in bringing students together to find friendship and support. It's my honor and privilege to be here and to present this award to Victor Manuel. Victor and Cal share many of the same qualities. Both were excellent students academically and spiritually. Both were strong supporters of student leadership and participants in key activity of Aoma Student Association. Both are important facilitators that bring all students together in the collective journey of our own healing and transformation. To each one of us, we are all leader and ambassador of this medicine in wherever community we are in. And this year, I would like to congratulate Victor Manuel, the president of the class, an active member of our community to represent us for these highest honors. Thank you.
I am deeply honored to be this year's Cal Key Wilson Award recipient. Cal was a young man who loved and inspired his classmates during his time at Aoma, and it fills my heart to be considered worthy of his award. Creating community is what life is all about, and the dedication it requires can last a lifetime. The hardest part about building community isn't finding one. Community is all around us. Once we step outside our front door, we end up in a world full of people who need to be greeted, respected, and told that they matter. When we greet a new neighbor with a fruit basket, we create community. When we lend a book to a fellow student, we create community. And when we ask someone else for their help, we create community. All those actions and more build tiny emotional bonds between us and the others around us. And bit by bit, they create a sense of belonging and appreciation that we can call community. But that's not the hard part. The hard part is being the one to step out when everyone else is standing in line, having your hand in the air to ask a question, knowing you feel stupid for asking it. Yet once you step out, others can see your example and recognize their own strength. They can step up for themselves. Once you raise your hand, suddenly everyone else around you is emboldened to raise theirs as well. That dumb question you asked was on everyone's lips, but they needed you to ask it. That's the hard part about building community. The act of being the first one to say that you want community to exist. Go out there and build your own communities all over the world. Okay, I think the faculty isn't listening anymore. Guys, this is the real secret to acupuncture, the thing nobody tells you. Now that you've graduated, you need to know it though. We all suffer from imposter syndrome, the belief that we can't possibly know enough to be doing what we're doing. But the truth is that everyone out there is faking it. All those professionals that we look up to have their own moments of crushing self-doubt. And I'm here to tell you today that it's okay to have those moments yourself. It's natural, it's human, it's life. The key is to realize that you don't need to have all the answers. You just need to keep looking for them. Keep learning, growing, and being the best you can be. The rest will come along. Oh, and on that note, let's make sure that when we advocate for health and wellness, we need to advocate for ourselves. When we are faced with a challenge to our boundaries, to our health, let's take an opportunity to treat ourselves like we would treat our patients. I know that for myself, it is easier to defend others, to get angry over how a friend or loved one was treated, than it is to have that defense of my own boundaries and my own emotions. Don't forget that you create the world you live in, and by advocating for yourself, you'll be setting a solid example for your patients and your family to live their best lives. It's not always easy, but it is hugely important. So I'm going to leave you with a few words from Lao Tzu, one of the great Chinese philosophers. Follow your path to the end and accept every difficulty as an opportunity. This is the sure way to end up with no difficulties at all. Thank you, and may Dr. Wu bless you all.
And now some words by our Aoma faculty. Our first introduction is Dr. Jamie Wu, Vice President of Faculty. Dr. Wu obtained his degree at Chengdu University of Traditional Chinese Medicine, one of the 3 oldest and most prestigious TCM universities in China. Following the completion of his degree and spanning a 10-year period, he taught acupuncture, Chinese bodywork, foundations of Chinese medicine, and Chinese medical Qigong as an associate professor at the Chengdu University of TCM. Dr. Wu is a past commissioner of the NCCAOM and served as the chairman of the Chinese Herbology and Asian Bodywork Examination Development Committees of the NCCAOM. Today, in addition to leading the faculty here at Aoma, Dr. Wu teaches foundational theory and advanced acupuncture and herbal courses. He has been an Aoma faculty member since 1996.
Hello, good morning everyone. Dear Dr. Mary and dear graduate students. Today is your day. Congratulations for your commencement. So I have a few words for you. So first one is the acupuncture oriented medicine is a clinical science. It's a practical. So if we want to be skillful, need to practice, even though you have graduated from school. Number 2, Chinese medicine is a lifelong learning process. And request you to study more. If you want to study more, come to our doctoral program. Dr. Shen taught you point location, channel distribution. And then when you come to doctoral program, we will tell you the length of the channel, help you to find out speed of the Wei Qi and Yin Qi to deepen your knowledge. Again, congratulations. You deserve preserve for this day and wish you good success. Bye-bye.
Next, we would like to introduce Dr. Jing Fan, Director of Clinical Education. Dr. Jing Fan joined Aoma in 2016 as a new faculty member and Director of Clinical Education. His most recent was in Boston, where he finished up 2 years of postdoctoral research fellowship at Harvard Medical School, Brigham and Women's Hospital in 2014, and Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center in 2015. Dr. Fan has more than 10 years of clinical experience in Chinese herbal medicine, acupuncture, and Tuina, as well as the orthopedic surgical techniques. He has lectured at Johns Hopkins University, Nanjing University Center of Chinese and American Studies, and instructed at Harvard Medical School. Dr. Jing Fan's clinical specialty is in the area of pain management from a systematic complexity point of view in TCM. He also has abundant experience in treating patients with neuromuscular skeletal, digestive, respiratory, endocrine, and gynecological diseases.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jing Fan. Call me Dr. Fan or Dr. Jing, as you like. It can be recognized different from another Dr. Fan at Aoma. I joined Aoma in 2016 as a full-time faculty and a clinic practitioner. While my primary responsibility are as the educator, healthcare practitioner, and researcher, I also serve as the director of clinical education for Aoma 3 graduate degree programs. It is my pleasure, and I'm so happy to be invited to speak something at this moment. I have to say something about graduation. It is my story. I'd like to share a real story of mine. When I was young, I was boring of going to elementary school because a lot of examination and homework. At that time, my father told me, don't worry about it. When you graduate from the elementary school, you'll be free and has a lot of fun, can play. I trust him and had a very happy summer break after graduation. But after that, when I went to the middle school, I found there were more examination and homework I had to do. And my father said, no worry, when you graduate from the middle school, you'll be free and have a lot of time to play. I trust him again and has a very happy summer break after graduation. But after that, when I went to the high school, I realized that examination and homework were much, much more than the middle school. And my father said, no worry. When you graduate from the high school, you'll be exactly free and has a lot of the time to play. I said, are you kidding me? But I had to trust him again and had a very happy summer break after graduation. Okay, what happened next? You are right. When I went to the college, I found studying in the medical school is like a nightmare. I had to memorize a lot of things I learned and no spare time to play. And then my father tried to tell me the same words, but I know he must be wrong. Because I went to the master program after that, and then doctoral program, and then postdoctoral, I realized that my destination is lifelong learning. What is lifelong learning? It means ongoing, voluntary, and self-motivated. We are all lifelong learners as healthcare practitioners, especially in Chinese medicine. In the philosophy of the Chinese medicine, we believe the life is a dynamical process. The dynamical life is connected to the ever-changing environment. So this environment do not only include the school, but also the homes, workplace, and even locations where we are playing. So graduation is not end of the learning, but the beginning of the next step learning. Sun Simiao, one of the greatest doctors in the TCM history, who lived in Tang Dynasty 1,500 years ago from now. He said, some medical students pursue a course of academic study for 3 years and conclude that they know how to cure all disease. But through the experience of the treating patient for another 3 years, they realize that there are no simple solutions to any disease. That means a good solution should be a doctor, be humble and diligent. In TCM or even in the acupuncture area, there are a lot of knowledge and skills, techniques we don't know. This is the beauty of the TCM we call diversity. I wish everyone here are enjoying to be the lifelong learner as acupuncturist and help people with your knowledge and skills. At the end of this talk, I have to say again, congratulations, Aoma class of 2020. You are awesome. You did a good job at Aoma, and Aoma always be your family. Welcome to visit us after graduation, especially visit me. Thank you.
Last but not least, we would like to introduce Dr. Shen, Medical Director of the Professional Clinic. Dr. Xiaotian Shen has taught acupuncture and herbal medicine at 2 colleges in China, and was a traditional Chinese medicine physician at the teaching hospital of Chengdu College of Medical Continuing Education. In addition to contributing to various professional journals, Shen serves as a member of the NCCLM exam writing committee and is a certified examiner of clinical techniques. He is a frequent presenter at national conferences on topics such as the use of traditional Chinese medicine in treating patients with multiple sclerosis, hepatitis, and diabetes, and on the interactions between Chinese herbs and pharmaceutics. Shen, who serves as Director of Clinical Studies at Aoma, has been a member of the faculty since 1999.
Congratulations. It's amazing to see you graduating and rising in your life. Your hard work, sacrifices, and dedication have been rewarded. Today, at this important milestone in your life, congratulations and best wishes for your continuing success. This is the day when you stop being a student and enter the professional life. When you are no longer a student in the school, you become a lifelong learner. You will learn from each challenge and success in your practice. You will learn a lot from your real-life experience. When you are a lifelong learner, you need to maintain your spirit of learning and scientific curiosities. When you have decided to become a good learner, you need to keep in touch with your peers. I learned a great deal from my teachers, but I have learned more from my peers, and I'm learning the most from my patients. In the future, we want to see more of you getting your doctoral level of education. We want to see more of you become researchers and scholars, educators, and leaders. When you are in the profession of healthcare, every clinic encounter is an opportunity for you to make a difference in someone's life or transform a community. Your practice should never become an isolated bubble. It should become a bridge to something greater than just a small business. Let your practice become a place where people can feel good energy, where people can learn some knowledge to better help themselves. Get involved in your communities. Reach out to the practitioners of other modalities of medicine. Join your national, state, and local professional organizations. Get involved with the promotion and advancement of our profession through legislative studies, public educations, or just by maintaining high standards of your practice. Today is your day. All that hard work and dedication has paid off. May your graduation be just the beginning of a lifetime of fulfillment for you. The journey of life brings both challenges and opportunities. Good luck on your next adventure. Congratulations on your graduation. Congratulations on your achievement.
Greetings and salutations, my friends. I'm Victor Manuel, the class clown and class president of the student body this year. And it is my pleasure to be the student speaker for the MAcOM, DAcOM, and DAOM graduating class of 2020. This is the last hurrah as we step across the threshold and into the world of professional acupuncture. For some of us, this is the beginning of a new career, your first real job. For others, this is the beginning of your second or third career. And for those lucky few graduating the doctorate program, this is the capstone of your career as an acupuncturist. Along this path, we've done a lot of hard work. We've learned several hundred acupuncture points and over 400 different herbs in Chinese. For the master's program, we spent 2,000 hours in classrooms and another 1,000 hours in clinic. And for the doctoral program, an additional 1,200 hours on top of that. Fun fact, the average acupuncture needle weighs 0.15 grams. We use roughly an average of 20 of them per treatment, which means we've gone through about 20,000 needles during the last 4 years of school. And a longsword, the preferred weapon of an English knight, weighs 1.5 kilograms, which means we've thrown our own Excalibur's worth of steel in our quest to survive this program. And what a quest it's been. The last few years have been an unparalleled journey in our lives. We have lived, loved, laughed, and cried together. Not a one of us has survived unscathed. From the highest mountain in Chengdu to the depths of human suffering, we have gone through personal tragedy, loss, and devastation. But no matter what, we've been able to stand by one another as friends. When you go forth into that brave new world of tomorrow, it's going to be absolutely vital that you pick up the phone and call one another from time to time. Whether you're putting up a shingle of your own or working in the clinic of another, not just to ask a question or share a joke, but to remind each other that we are together the chi of acupuncture. Together, we are what makes this medicine come alive. When we go into our communities, it will be up to us to bring our medicine to the world. Call out covert aggression and intolerability when you see it. Allow those around you to feel their feelings. Don't insist on the facade of niceness. Let us use our privilege in a way that helps others to look deeper into themselves and discover their true nature. By doing all of these and more, we can help heal the wound of the world with our medicine, and it does need healing. This graduation will be one for the record books, and hopefully the only all-virtual one that we hold. During the last few months, everything that we said was impossible suddenly became possible. Even as fear and anxiety gripped the world, everyone who said, "That can't be done," suddenly had to find a way through. We've had to change what we saw as reality in order to forge ahead and make our world happen. From virtual testing to masked clinics to standing in the streets for our right to live, we've done what we never imagined was possible. Take a moment now to think about your journey, your career, your dreams beyond acupuncture school, and realize those too are possible. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2020.
Now to read the names of our Aoma class of 2020. Aoma Registrar Ashley Lloyd.
The MAcOM degrees will read as follows. Aoma Graduate School of Integrative Medicine has conferred the degree of Master of Acupuncture and Oriental Medicine and all rights and privileges pertaining thereto. In witness thereof, this diploma, duly signed and the seal of the institution affixed, issued upon recommendation of the faculty on this day. And the MAcOM graduates are Denise Andert, Robin Brush, Mamie Burris, Darian Alexis Koroyescu, Madeline Cunningham, Ingrid Diaz-Reyes, Stephen Michael East, Jean-Luc Giuliano, Jessica Jackal, Travis Quinton Johnson, Bryn Canuck, Victor L. Manuel, Lauren Mary McLaughlin, Kimberly Georgette Meyer, Isabel Meyering, Dan Perez, Susan Gail Rimmert, Kaja Rusnak, Tracy L. Scott, Catherine Shea, Abigail Christine Walters, Donna V. Young. The DAcOM degrees will read as follows. Aoma Graduate School of Integrative Medicine has conferred the degree of Doctor of Acupuncture and Oriental Medicine, Professional Doctorate with concentration in Integrative Medicine, and all rights and privileges pertaining thereto. In witness thereof, this diploma, duly signed, has been issued and the seal of the institution affixed, issued upon recommendation of the faculty on this day. And our DAcOM graduates are Candace Bernicle, Jasmine M. Collins, Rachel Bark Kaiser, Guillaume Jean-Louis Vincent, Sarah Welch. The DAOM degrees will read as follows. Aoma Graduate School of Integrative Medicine has conferred the Doctor of Acupuncture and Oriental Medicine, Integrative Medical Specialty in Pain and Psychosocial Phenomena, and all rights and privileges pertaining thereto. In witness thereof, this diploma, duly signed, has been issued and the seal of the institution affixed, issued upon recommendation by the faculty on this day. And the graduates are Jay Bartlett, Rhonda Coleman, Ronnie Ann Latovsky, Tu Wan Trung,
Now, our final introduction. It is a pleasure to introduce you to Dr. Leslie Hamilton. Leslie is the program director of the Master of Acupuncture and Oriental Medicine, also known as MAcOM, and first professional doctorate of Acupuncture and Oriental Medicine, known as DAcOM, degree programs. Leslie maintains a clinical practice at Aoma's Professional Clinic South, in addition to teaching Chinese herbal materia medica, Chinese herbal treatment of disease, and ethics and legal issue courses, and supervising in the student clinics at Aoma. Her mission in life is provide support and opportunities for others to excel, patients, students, colleagues, friends, and family.
It is with great joy and honor I congratulate all of you on your hard work and perseverance in completing your advanced degrees. It has been my privilege and pleasure to witness your educational journey and assist in any way I could. As we pass through this pandemic, this ring of fire, may your resilience strengthen you and heighten your passion for this medicine and compassion for others. Congratulations, commencement class of 2020.
I stand before family and colleagues, solemnly dedicating my life to the art of healing. In this commitment, I will do no harm. I honor my patients and face them with compassion, honesty, and integrity. I honor the source of this medicine. I honor my own health. I will practice this medicine with humility, conscience, and dignity. I will pursue lifelong study.
everyone. We're so excited you're here. Please join us for a live Zoom reception by clicking the link below. See you soon.